I, I, I'm I am so disgusted, y'all. Oh, I hope this is live, right? Yeah, I'm live. Let me go ahead and say this though. It's 8:55 p.m. It's September the 2nd. I gotta say this. I gotta say this is ludicrous. Okay, this is this is straight ludicrous. You say that the family does not want to be involved. You say you don't want the family to be involved. You don't want the uh, and then you put out the text messages of said family when said family is grieving. Now I'm talking about the family of the late real brother radio, right? I gotta say it, y'all. I'm really disgusted by all of this. Um, all of this because this person, all because of 4,000 subs. All this because of 4,000 subs. Now, before RBR had left this world, right? Before he left this world, I was talking to a boy. I said, why not just sit there and take his best videos and put it on a third channel? To take all his top 20, 10, top 25 videos, live streams, and put it on, excuse me, and put it on on a separate video, a separate channel. So whatever the proceeds can go to another, um, can go to the family. So now though, y'all, so now the person in question is taking our RBR, is making videos showing the family dispute. Let me say something. I never experienced family disputes personally, right? After someone in your family dies. I have witnessed re people I was close to uh, have passed away. Never had family disputes. I never, even for me, I never really, you know, never experienced that. And even when you see these family disputes after somebody passed away, I find that disgusting too. But that's a whole different issue. But for somebody else to exploit that on that man's channel, that now deceased person's channel, it's very disgusting, man. It's very um you know everybody stressed out. You know, people still have heartache. People are still having um people are in a mental haze. I don't know if anybody who experienced death in the family, and especially death of a parent, Um, and if you know who, I bet you many people know what I'm talking about. There are a lot of people who've seen, you know, who've seen the who firsthand. You will know there is a lot of the mental haze, the mental um it's very the difficulties, right? You know, and to put that and to put that in a video and put all their personal business out there like that. I'm just looking at it like, why would y'all do that? I'm okay. Oh, yeah, 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 Pierre. I'm okay. I'm okay, y'all. I'm fine. I'm just sitting here just watching somebody on YouTube got control of a sick man's channel. And since our RBR has passed away, right? Since RBR has passed away, and I was one of the last people, that week, the week before who talked to RBR, and and I'm sitting there like, and then and I said, listen, why not y'all just take RBR's channel and just keep it up, or put the top 25, top 10, the top 10, and just you know and just put it on, create another the channel, put the other top 10 videos over there. And I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, but you didn't know. Oh, period. You didn't know. Yeah, yeah. He passed away about week and a half ago. About like what, week and a half ago or so. So yeah. So um and yeah, I knew though, period, that he was on his last days, because he said it. He said himself he was on his last, his last few months, and and he been bedridden for like a couple weeks. So yeah, and then come to that man's channel, and then you took over his channel. I'm gonna get back to the topic. You took over his channel, and now when the man is being, um is being mourned over, you decide to go over there, delete every video he made, then turn around and show text messages between the family, and they're infighting. You know what, Josh? You know what, Josh? You're right. You're right. I want to know if this is legal, because I had the conversation to the person who took over the channel. I told him, listen, and RBR was in the background talking, right? He was in the background talking. That I see why Bomb Cherry kind of went off the other day, because she doesn't really believe, you know, because of the person who took over the channel. I see why she's not um offering condolences, because she doesn't believe that he passed away. Um, but everybody know now he passed away because everybody know RBR's real name, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Josh. It was like he was being taken advantage out of, taken advantage. I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, really? The man has not been you know the man has been dead for at least a couple weeks, a week or so, and y'all playing politics, family drama. A strange person took over the channel and got up in the family's business. Now the niece of the person, the niece of, is told to be left alone. That is so disgusting. And Mo Delt told me, and I did not respond to Mo Delt though, because I'm still, and no disrespect to Mo. No, actually I did respond to Mo. Actually, I did respond to Mo Delt. Because I told Mo I'm okay with it. And what I'm referring to is doing tribute a tribute to RRBR, all right? Mo Reek was planning on doing a tribute live stream to Mo Reek Delt. No, I mean a tribute to RBR, I should say. And I gave him, yes, 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 let's do that. But I really wasn't in the mood for that because it's, you know the whole, you know um a lot of people are grieving about this, and I'm kind of like, um I'm slow to do it in haste. I think that we need to allow some time to, um I think that we need some time to yeah, Carolyn, yes. Carolyn, yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Because you used to go on this channel, right? And I'm like, I want to do it, but I want to do it in haste because it's still grieving, and I don't want to yeah, I don't want to seem like, oh, we're taking advantage out of this tragic situation, and you know, um, yeah, I'm just how disgusted how that nigga over there doing it. I'm sorry, I gotta tell it. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are pissed off with what they're seeing. A lot of people are pissed off. I'm not. Well, I'm not really pissed off, and maybe later I will be pissed off. But for right now, I feel ashamed. I feel I feel ashamed. I feel sadness and pity that somebody would go that low to do what they're doing. I'm not even angry yet. I'm just, I'm just like, why? What's the point? You know that. exactly, Carolyn. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, a real yeah. And I'm just like, it's not even sincere. Now I'm not the best of friends with RBR, right? I never really I never had no hatred of RBR. I've been semi regular. Well, I hadn't been on there as much as you know because I always had like 2 months. I spend 2 months, 2 months off his channel and so forth. I, if I go, I hope nobody does that to me though. I hope if something like that happened to me, I hope nobody does that to me like that. You know, and this is that poverty mindset. This is this scarcity mindset, this poverty mindset to take advantage of a dying man, a now deceased man, and his mourning family, his family that's bereaved. You know, that's just disgusting. You know, that's just disgusting. And you know what? I need to contact Queen Mayat because I know she ever since then she hadn't been saying anything. She talked to RBR for the last time on that platform when he was in bed, and when he was bedridden. I hope though she's you know doing okay. I got to contact her and see if she's doing okay. But I'm just sitting there. I'm just sitting there watching this from the clouds, and well, I was not in the clouds. I was kind of talking on a panel, and then I went up in the clouds, and then I'm looking at this like, you gotta be kidding me, you know? Um, right. Well, yeah, true. That's true, Pure. That's true. You know? And I'm just saying, like, where is the human dignity in all this? Where is the dignity in all of this? So, I'm gonna talk to Maurice Delk and Kelly Ray, and I'm gonna try to get in contact with AC and in Queen Mayat. I think that we need to do and you, Carolyn. I see you, Carolyn. You know, uh, somehow I don't see Carolyn in the chat room for some weird reason. But anyway, yeah, I want to get Carolyn. I want to get Kelly Ray. I want to get all of these people right, and just hopefully we'll do a tribute because now though Cyber is deleting all the videos. Cyber sitting there and deleting every one of those videos and actually filming himself doing it. Did a live stream and filming himself doing the deletion of every one of those videos. And I don't think I'm gonna say it right now. I don't think he want the videos to be deleted. I really don't think no he want those videos to be deleted. If you ask me, I don't think though he want those videos to be deleted. I think though he want those videos to be privated as it was privated. He should just kept those videos private and or at least put it on listed or put those videos or but sit there and delete every one of those videos. You know, that's something what the family should decide. If you ask me, yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. He over there delete all that shit. I was watching that. I was watching that last night. I'm sitting there like, you gotta be kidding me. You no, it wasn't last night. It was the when was that? The day before. I think it was Saturday. I'm still watching. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Over there on the chat, over there doing a live stream, deleting all his videos. I'll say, really? I'm sitting there looking at the screen, seeing him delete all those videos. Wouldn't give people a good month, you know. Wouldn't give the people a good at least do a month or 2 months or 3 months down the road, and then delete. If that's what y'all was going to do, delete the stuff 3 months later. Why do it right? Do it right when like the week after. Why do it the week after? And you know what? That's what I think though. What happened? That's what I think. That's what I think. What happened too? You know. That's what I think. What happened? Because RBR couldn't even sign into to his own channel. Now I see why Bomb Cherry was pissed off the other day. Now I see why though she was saying what she was saying, because she actually thinks, because last week I'm going by the live stream she did last week when it was brought up, when it was brought up on her channel, why she told old boy do not talk about it because she don't believe though he's dead uh because it was mentioned that he did die earlier than that, and it became untrue. So that's why she don't think though he has been deceased. You know. But yeah, yeah, I'm not even mad yet. I'm saddened. I'm not even mad yet. I want to be mad, and I will be mad. But the whole sadness of it, like the pittiness of it. So, yeah, I need to get in contact with Conscious Moron, Trail, Morik, AC, Kelly Ray, Carolyn, um, Queen Mayat. I might need to get in contact with um real life in cyberspace. I gotta contact all of them. You know, I gotta contact them because we need to start doing a tribute. Get whatever remaining videos that are out there, and just do because I think I'm gonna try to go up in my archives and find some of the videos, find some of those live streams that RBR was on. Um, I think that's what needs to happen. I think every live stream he have done on other people's his appearances on other people's platforms. I think we need to do a. I think we need somebody to do a collage of all his appearances on other people's platforms since he can't be since his memories being erased. You know that's my idea. You know so Carolyn, if you stood in the chat room, please tell Kelly Ray and Mo and Mano Islander to go ahead and um go back into their videos and find when RBR was on their channel and try to do a, because we need to find somebody who know how to do who do not know how to edit videos, a good editor. Yes, and simply deep. Um, but I'm really disgusted. I just can't. I don't know, man. I'm just really disgusted by all this. So Carolyn, if you in the chat room, because I can't see you, I don't know why YouTube ain't allow me to see your comments or for some strange reason. Oh, my night's going okay though. Simply deep. My night's going okay, doing okay. So yeah. Um. So yeah, I'm just disgusted, y'all. And I'm just sitting there. I'm actually watching that live, and it took me ten minutes, and I was disgusted by what I witnessed for 10 minutes. Like really, it was already bad enough. It was already bad enough, and then you're doing things that people was expecting you. You know, it was already grimy, and you just up the ante and being grimy. That shit, that really, you know. So that's okay. She's in another account, BJ. You have her as a moderator. Yeah, okay, but I have people who are my moderators, and they're not. I don't see their messages either. Pure. I don't see other people's. I don't see some of my moderators. You know, and every time I go to my other account, I be seeing them. That's a good question. What's the point of delete all those videos? You know? Okay, then. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pure. Because every time I go to my other account, I see people typing, but I don't see them on this channel, and they're my moderators. That's weird. Oh, she said drop the link. Okay, hold on. Um, I'm gonna drop the link. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drop the link. And let me say something too about the other live stream I did over the weekend. I'm gonna give somebody their money back. I'm gonna give somebody their money back. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, okay. She said, yes, I share this to them. She who walks the word, she who walks in the word. Well, how come though? I don't see your. Hold on. Let me go on my other account. Let me go on my other account real quick. Yeah, let me go on my other account and let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick. Um, okay. I see her on my other account. I see her on my other account. So what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take. Okay. Never mind. She's up. Okay. What's going on, Carolyn?
What's up, Big J?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Not a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy, right? Like, all of this legacy is just disappearing in front of everybody's face. All of the time, all the conversations, all the information, all these connections, everything that this man was wanting to live out in perpetuity for 70 years, right? For his
Mm-hmm.
family. And it's just all just, it's gone. It's gone. You know, I can't tell you how hard it is to, even if you disagree with somebody, as much as we would bump heads and argue, and how many infinite Nazis unto forever that I was a Trump voter and all this other craziness, all of that aside, this was still a conversation and this was still dialogue. This was somebody that, I would chop it up with at least every day, at least just to say, hey, how are you? All of that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to be somebody that has dealt with and fought with chronic health issues forever, I felt there was a kind of kinship there, as twisted as that might be. So, you know, he grew on me, RBR grew on me.
Mm-hmm.
He became somebody that I enjoyed having dialogues and debates with, because, to be able to actually get one in every so often, you felt like it was a win. It was a moment of understanding. It was like a aha moment, right?
Right.
And I think that was something, yeah, there was a lot of, as I think everybody could see, fuckery that would happen, right? Consistently. But to have the conversations was a really, really cool thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks that, what he wanted is out of his hands. What he might have hoped for is out of his hands. And unfortunately, when we pass, it comes down to the significant other, the spouse, whoever gets that job. You know what I'm saying? To have to
Right.
be the one to handle the final arrangements, the details, this, that, and the third. Somebody in the family is delegated to memorialize social media accounts or whatever, you know, just so that they stay, so that
Mm.
people can have that.
Yeah.
It's been a rough few years. I don't want to cry. I really don't. I don't want to break down again. But it's been a rough couple of years for some of us. Have lost family. We've lost our parents. over the last few years. Kelly and I lost our dads with 6 months apart. Our moms died the same year. I don't know what there is to say about that, and I'm not trying to put all of her business out there either, but there's a lot of kinship with an elder when you've lost yours. You know what I mean?
I know very well what you're saying. I know, I experienced it, and that's why though I'm not really, surprisingly, I'm not enraged. It's more like pity at this moment. I'm just besides myself watching what's going on, like, because like the few days before he passed away, and you saw me trying to talk to him, right?
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
did, I think.
yeah, we all try to talk to him, and then and it was always some glitch, or was some, oh, he didn't know how to work screen yards, or he didn't know how to work. I'm like, really? All of a sudden, and I'm just looking at that like, come on,
I
really?
mean, I don't know the difference between the StreamYard on a phone and a computer, right? I've
Uh huh.
never done, I've done plenty of, lives on my own damn channel, but I haven't tried to venture into having panels or any of that. I don't know how to do it.
Hmm.
So I can understand the tech gap,
Right.
right? And
Right.
needing somebody to help you do stuff like that. Like all of us have had to go through that to get to where we are in whatever capacity we are. And I
Hmm.
think that was some of the opening that maybe was left, was that he wasn't um,
Tech savvy.
tech savvy, as well as he wasn't having the best of luck with all the stuff going on with his health as well.
Hmm.
But my
So.
thing is, this is somebody that a lot of us have had communications with. A lot of us have, kind of come to appreciate, love,
Hmm.
cherish, the connections that we build here, the connections that we've built here. I've met really great people through this app and through this platform, people that I've known for almost 10 years now, and that's no small feat in this world. But to have a catalog as extensive as he had for years and years and years of stuff, and it's just all gone. It's heartbreaking.
Oh, hold on. Let me see what Soup Bone says something in the chat. Okay. Okay. D Rock Cooley High said the last time I seen RBR, he was desperately trying to get into his own channel, but Cyber had him blocked. It was disturbing.
Right. Now, that was because he supposedly didn't want him to be able to out himself in a way that may have been undignified. And I get that, right? None of us wants to have embarrassing shit out there or whatever. If it is embarrassing, each of us, that's a different definition for each of us to some degree. But, you know, what do you do? What can you do? A lot of us had our hands tied.
It's like watching it's like watching like it's like watching a I want to say a train wreck, but it's like watching something be eaten alive, and it's just somebody. I mean, we already know he's dying. Everybody knows he's he's dying and everything. That's what. Oh, hold on. Soup Bone. That's why I'm making this live stream, because when I saw that text message that was shown, that prompted me to do the live stream. Because when he put that text message up on the camera and telling everybody about the niece and all of that, the niece and this family member fighting the niece over the money and how much money was spent, I said, wait a minute, why are you putting that all up there for everybody to see? Why put that up there for everybody to see? For real.
That's a lot. You know, at some point, they do deserve their privacy. At
Okay,
some
Pierre.
point.
Pierre. I'm on my other channel, Pierre. My other account. So I'm a moderator on my other account. So I'm right here, Pierre. So if you see it, I don't know if you see my other link here.
I can see it.
Okay, you see my my other channel, Pierre, is right here. So if you want to jump on board or whatever. But yeah, when I'm just looking at it, even I got up on the panel and I was like, hey, why won't y'all do this? Why won't y'all do that? You know, if you're going to delete something, why don't you take the best videos he ever made, put on a separate channel, and you said the name he later blocked out was Pam. Okay. But yeah, I'm just looking at that, man. That's just so low. I'm just like, really, that's why I said I think people. So yeah, hold on. You know what? Let me go and email Pierre. Let me email Pierre. I don't know if she. Let me email Pierre for a minute and see if she can get the link. Maybe she doesn't see the other account that I have. So let me go ahead and never mind. Never mind. She got it. She got it. Okay, what's going on, Pierre?
Hi, Big J. How you doing? Hi, Carolina. How you doing?
I'm good, darling. How are you?
I'm okay. I just want to say, condolences to RBR's family, because his battle's over and he's now at peace, hopefully in serenity and wrapped in, the energy of God. I just hope. However, whoever's deleting his stuff, somebody said something about Cyber doing the deleting. The thing about that is that, his family won't even get a chance to go back. And even if, some things he said might be cringeworthy or they don't like it, the fact that it's part of his legacy, that it's part of him, expressing his thoughts and his energy through words, that when you delete stuff like that, I still got the last recording of my dad when he passed away, like a couple weeks before he passed away. And he passed away in 2016. Sometimes you want to hear their voice no matter what they're saying. So for somebody to sit and delete his legacy like that and the things that he believed in, whether you agreed with him or not, the fact that he expressed those feelings and that his family can't even go back and look upon it now, the person that's doing that, if Cyber's doing that, he's going to have a very bad karma to pay, unfortunately. Or anybody that's doing that out of spite is going to have bad karma for that. So that's not a good thing to do. Just saying.
It's not, and you're right. And, I'm willing to spend $100 that I don't have to get an old phone fixed just because of exactly what you said, as voicemails from my dad before he passed. And I can't, right now, I can't hear them. I can't hear his voice, because that phone, the port in it it's loose, so it won't charge. And that's why I had to get a new phone and, the new account and all that other stuff and what have you, because that does make a big difference. It does help you grieve. It helps you to be able to hear their voice. Even when you miss them, it helps you to be able to move on. It helps you to be able to have a piece of them still.
Yeah, but now
and
his family's
it's
not going to
gone.
have that. They're not going to be able to go back and be on his channel, because right now they're grieving, right? And the energy is, it's that anguish and things like that. But in about 6 months or a year, they may want to go back and listen to what he had to say, because maybe they didn't know him, and that's a way to, after he's passed, to know some of his belief systems. You know what I'm saying? So taking that away from his family is not cool.
Absolutely. Taking it away from everybody is not cool.
Yeah, that part too.
Cyber didn't want Action Potential to say RBR said to him when Action Potential told RBR that Cyber was going to delete his videos. If this is true. Well, that's why Action Potential. He's also another crazy nut job in his own right. He do have a point though. Action Potential does have a point.
Right. And that's kind of where they bumped heads, right?
Right.
RBR would say, AP, it's not just about you, it's about everybody. And at the same time, while AP's going, this might be a problem later, and you don't see it as the case, this is your legacy that you're potentially putting in jeopardy. This is what you worked for all those years in jeopardy. This is, you, in essence, your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings, your points of view. This is your life. And then nobody has a right to just delete it all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was watching that live stream. When you did that 2 days ago or so, or a day ago or so, and I'm watching him deleting it. He did a live stream and he's screen recording, right? And he's just deleting them, sitting there just deleting the videos, like, and we're up in the chat room just watching them delete all those videos, delete. And you talking about it's only gonna take deletion every 50 videos a day. Is there like you can't delete more than 50 videos a day on YouTube apparently. So I'm looking at him doing that. I'm sitting there like, what's the point? You
How
put him on private.
How did he get control of RBR's channel though?
I'm trying to remember what was the circumstances behind that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, but Carolyn, you was on there more than I was, right? So it was something about that he was getting sick, right? He was getting because last year, the year ever since 2022, he was getting worse, right?
Yes.
And he wasn't really controlling his mental. He wasn't, so he wasn't, he couldn't project his will out to do it, right?
Yeah.
And he needed help, and
he was having a lot of tech issues.
Right. He was a lot of health issues because like he almost died though in last 2 years ago in August. I don't know.
Yeah, his cancer came back. His cancer came back, and he had to go back in and start doing radiation and all this other stuff. And we had begged him to, not with trying to get anybody else in hot water with medical information or whatever, but a lot of us had begged him, be very careful of partaking in certain medical procedures that
Mhm.
are available right now in your condition, because, there's a lot of research that's out there that shows that, seasonal medical procedures, if you will,
Mhm.
can actually leave you very open to
To
getting
die.
sick.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what's so funny is that my dad had cancer, and he was on his veterans insurance was paying for the $15,000 radiation tablets or whatever, capsules or whatever that he had to take a month. And when he finally, I was telling my brother, get him off this crap, please get him off this crap, because my brother had um he had what do you call it, where he had over his medical, you know what I mean,
Power of attorney.
power
Yes.
of attorney over his medical. And I was like, you're going to kill him with this stuff. And that was in December. And I said, you need to get him off or he's going to die. And my brother wouldn't take him off of it. And then in February, well, last week in January, hospice came and they were like, we're here, we're going to take care of you because, you've got your cancer metastasized. So, the radiation's not helping you. And I remember my dad letting out the most deepest breath of disappointment. And like when the lady was telling him that they're going to make his last days comfortable, and that, that at this point, the radiation's not helping. And he's, they want to make his last few days or whatever comfortable. And I remember the look on his face. And I mean, to this day, I could cry thinking about how his face looked when he felt so like, like let down, because he really thought that radiation was going to help him, and it didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And so 1 week later, after she told him that, he passed away. So the power of the mind also is very, very, very influential. So when somebody tells you that this is it, you got nothing left, then the person believes it, that they got nothing left. So a lot of times this stuff that they put people on, and then my uncle, which was his brother, passed away a year after him, had cancer during the time my dad had cancer, and nobody knew he had cancer because he didn't tell anybody. And then he said, when he watched my dad go through what he went through, he said, I will never take that garbage that they had your dad on. I'm going to take my chances with the cancer on my own terms, and I'm going to do that. And that's what he did. And he basically lived a halfway decent last year of his life without that kind of medication. So, this stuff that they are saying works to fight cancer, pretty much I feel it's all bullshit. I don't think any of it is legit for people. I think they're using people like guinea pigs and pumping them through radiation, because why would you use radiation to kill cancer cells? Because you're basically killing any cell that you have in your body that can fight the cancer too. Mm-hmm. Why would you do that?
Our body has 70,000 immune receptors in it, from your nasal tract through your gut.
Mm-hmm.
There is a reason for that, because many people will have tumors, they'll have, things of that nature, where our body naturally fights it and will encapsulate that cancer into a cyst or something along those lines, to section it off and to prevent it from spreading. Our body is trained to be able to fight foreign invaders, whatever they may be. And that's one of the things that I was trying so hard to impress upon RBR, was that there are more means than just the conventional. And one of the few things that has been approved over the last 6 years was for, once all medical choices were exhausted, to try experimental things.
Mhm.
And I think that was something that was very necessary. It would have probably helped a lot of people. It's just a matter of whether or not they're in a place where those doctors are willing to say, okay, well, we've tried X, we've tried Y, and we've tried Z. Now it's time to try something else.
I mean, have you ever read the Hippocratic Oath?
Absolutely.
Basically, the Hippocratic Oath says that the Hippocratic Oath basically says they're practicing medicine, practicing on you.
Yes. And that was something that I was trying to tell him. Everybody is different. Every human being on this earth, while we all share 99.9% of the same genetic DNA, because we are all one people, okay, there are anomalies, there are genetic differences within us that make it to where one person can't take this, one person can't take that, somebody else can't take this, somebody else can't take that. There's a reason for it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people going through those kind of life struggles and battles for life and death should be able to try things that are unconventional.
Mm-hmm.
Because, what's the alternative? If you're looking at death, a lot of things seem a lot more palatable. Unless you're just done, unless you're just ready to hang it up and be done.
I think one of the mistakes I think a lot of doctors make, because they want to play God and they try to give somebody a time frame for their illness and that they're going to pass away and die, when the brain is very powerful and your thought process, like, I don't know if you believe in God or, a creator or anything like that, but when I got COVID, I know I was gonna pass away. Big J called me on the phone a couple times when I had just zero energy at all to do anything. My oxygen levels were below a 60. Okay. I did not go to the hospital. I basically said, because I with throwing up, the whole process of that, your body trying to like get rid of the virus, right? So expelling it every way that it could possibly expel it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Through coughing, through shitting, excuse my language, through throwing up, you name it, perspiration, trying to get rid of it. My body was going through all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I just said, you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to make it through this. I know I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going to the COVID pit. And this was the beginning of the first series of COVID. I said, listen, God, this, I have no strength to fight this on my own. I got nothing. I've got nothing left. So if you mean for me to survive, I'm leaving my whole life because I really can't do anything. I have no power to fight what's going on in my body right now. But it's all up to you. If you choose for me to still be here, I'm going to still be here. And if you choose for me to pass away, I'm going to pass away. At this point, I've got nothing to fight for myself.
Well, ladies, good evening.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
I wish God would have did that for my brother, because that's how I lost my brother.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, he was the last twin. I had a set of baby twin brothers. And he had died of that, and it turned from COVID to sepsis to renal failure to out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But when I noticed that I noticed my brother was in the hospital, my brother for the first few weeks was laying in a prone position because the lungs were so full of fluid. And he almost died 3 times.
Like choking to death when he's laying down.
Yes. And he started like he was getting better, but the chest cavity from the fluid was damaged.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he had it worse. His body went into septic shock, then COVID. He had what's called, a cytokine storm.
Mm-hmm.
And And the medicine they had him on, it was just looking like he was deteriorating. It was like he was discoloring. He had swelled up to a biscuit. And it was just tough thing for me to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I still, it's bittersweet for me because now I'm on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the oldest of three, and I'm the only one that's here. So it's a bit bittersweet with me when it comes to medical care and stuff like that, because doctors, they really do try. I give them, not all doctors are pieces
No,
of garbage.
I understand that too, but I'm just saying that the way that we should, how advanced we should be as a culture of people, and especially when it comes to medical information, we're basically in the stone ages. We're basically in the stone ages with our information. Like we are not advanced, and a lot of it has to do with corporate greed and things like that. Because there's so many things that we could be doing to be more advanced.
Absolutely.
There's other cultures we could be looking at for how to deal with certain things, and we don't respect those cultures, ancient cultures, to heal our bodies. We don't do none of that.
Well, you also like to look at it too. This medical infrastructure was not designed for prevention. It was designed to keep more bodies coming in there, like the morgue.
Well, you
And
get what
they
I'm
have
saying.
been. And they have been.
And if you really look at it when it comes to Black people, there's a book out by a lady who wrote it years ago called Medical Apartheid.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go back and look at how Black people are treated in the medical field, white doctors talk about Black patients like they're animals,
Mm-hmm.
like they're scientific experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Black people don't feel pain because during slavery, their psychological, they had this sort of psychological grieving to accept pain as a struggle. They, but and some sort of nonsense. And even in 2024, that still persists to this very day. How many non-white, particularly Black doctors do you see in the medical field? Less than 2.6%.
But even the ones that are in the medical field are following along with the status quo. So
Yes,
you're not getting anything different.
exactly.
Right. And a lot of that is because they bow down to big pharma. They bow down to big pharma. Big pharma didn't exist 4, 5, 6, 1,000 years ago. People survived on natural medicine. They survived on the things in nature.
Roots and things like that.
Yes, ma'am. They survived on everything that has been put on this earth for us to all use to survive.
Yeah.
Everything in nature can be medicine if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one of the hardest and ugliest pills to swallow because, I don't know if you guys have looked into any of the stuff with parasites and all of that, but, it makes a lot of sense when you look at it from the bigger perspective, right? Everything on earth has a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
From the pollen that's on the petals of the flowers to the grass to the bugs that clean up dead animals to the organisms that live in our guts.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has a purpose, and it all exists because it has a purpose. And one of the hardest things to look at is that there are so many published research papers out there that say that detoxing parasites is the number one fight for cancer, because cancer comes from the toxic release of everything that those parasites put back into the host.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a reason why animals, many of our pets that we have, share similar issues to us.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is because they use the same medications and medicine that they do in animals as they do in us.
Have you ever seen the bears that they have been eating parasitic salmon. And the reason why parasites exist in the oceans and it's becoming more prominent is because the acidic level of the ocean, or the balance in the ocean waters, is changed. So what would normally make animals thrive, they're becoming hosts to parasites. So the bears are eating the salmon, and then they've had several videos where literal, like, 20-foot long parasite worms are coming out of the butts of the bears. Have you ever seen those videos?
Unfortunately, yes.
So if that's the case, what do you think we're eating when we're getting
everything? We're eating everything. I mean, from whatever you do when you go outside, right? There used to be a whole thing where, everybody would say, oh, don't run around outside, you'll catch a ringworm or something, right? Playing in the dirt. But that's because those organisms have a purpose. Everything outside has a purpose, right? The fruit flies that come from produce, that's already there, to the cleanup crews that exist in nature. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Have you seen some of the videos of the seals now catching or getting are exposed to rabies, and they're trying to attack people on the beaches and things like that?
I haven't, but that's scary.
That's super scary. So some of these seals have been infected with rabies, right? And let's just know, so rabies, any creature that gets rabies can't drink water, right? Or can't be exposed to water. These are animals that are aquatic. Seals are aquatic. Catching rabies. You got to look it up, Carolina. You got to look it up. It's so crazy. These the scientists didn't even know, these biologists, these oceanic biologists didn't even realize that seals were getting. So when they were getting these symptoms, they didn't even know that it was rabies that the seals had until they actually.
I've never even heard of a seal getting rabies. It's always like the cleanup critters, right? Like possums.
This is what I'm telling you, how we're effing up the natural balance and order of everything. Because if these seals are getting rabies, and the only way that they can tell that they got rabies is after they've already died and they've done a brain biopsy to find out that, oh, sure enough, it's rabies. Do you know what I'm saying? We are so far in so much shit right now in the world of destroying things and not having balance, because this is not a phenomenon that is normal.
No.
How are these seals getting rabies?
It would have to come from another animal, another carnivore, either eating something that had it and then biting that seal. And there's very few animals in this day and age anymore that get rabies. In a lot of places from the 80s, it was eradicated almost entirely. So where is it coming from?
That's my point. So that had me baffled when I heard that up. When I was watching those videos, because when I get enthralled in something, I start going deep into the topic. Like, I start really researching it, because I'm baffled how, if a seal has rabies and it's out in the ocean, what do you think is going to happen to any mammal, like any kind of like whale or any other, like a killer whale or whatever? If it can get rabies, don't you think that it can pass the rabies on to any of those other animals?
They're setting it up. That's absolutely one of the ways, is if an animal consumes another animal that's been infected by rabies, that new animal now has rabies. I don't want to even think about living in a world where we have rabies whales. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here? That's like a nightmare. That's a horror nightmare.
You know what it says to me? It says that we're tampering with shit because I don't think that those seals were getting rabies on their own.
Well, and that's even more troublesome because to me that says that God is, looking down on us going, y'all need to stop or I'm going to stop it.
Mm-hmm. It just baffles me, and it makes me think about how we have underhanded, very deceptive, and very demonic beings that are testing stuff out.
Yes.
Because even monkeypox and all that other stuff, and Ebola is a form of rabies. Did you know that?
Yes, it causes like encephalitis.
Yes. So they're experimenting with different other chemical compounds or biochemical warfare, where one of the main elements is the rabies mixed with another bioengineered something. You know what you get what I'm trying to
Yes,
where I'm trying to go with this?
They would use something like HIV. They would reverse engineer it for the T cells for the HIV to go into rabies, to bond to rabies, and then turn around and add it to the common cold or something like that. So now you have, murder, rage, rabies, influenza.
Yeah.
It's going to be ugly because if you think about many of the larger ocean mammals that eat, that seals are on their main, menu. And then you look at all the other animals that ingest or are part of the cleanup crew. You're talking about a huge swath of life that supports humanity. These people are going to get sick. And it's not going to be just a one and done. It's going to be World War Z or Resident Evil or some crazy thing like that.
I mean, it's in the works. So there's so much I would like to say, but I don't want to get Big J's channel shut down because they'll call this some kind of conspiracy stuff. But if you go back and if people go back and look at the patents on all of these different viruses and things like that, like Ebola, there's how the hell do you patent, and what the patent says? It's mind-boggling, and it's very troublesome because it basically says that if that virus enters your body and it's whoever's owner of the patent, they basically get to own you and your body. Did you know that?
That's something we were talking about a while back. About whether or not the medical procedures, and I'll just leave it at that, actually did change our DNA, and whether or not a human genome can be patented or not.
Yes.
I had to leave. I'm gonna end this, y'all. I appreciate it, both of y'all.
Thanks, Big J.
Yeah, and Linwood came up, so yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah. So can you pass a word to Kelly and Mo and Matt?
I'll reach out to everybody I can. Yeah.
Okay, because I would like to see if we can get all the videos that he was on. Because he's been on pretty much everybody's YouTube channel live stream.
Yeah.
And I would like to see, because since this is going on, right? I would like to create find somebody who know how to do edits and just edit all them videos he been on and then do a tribute. All of his appearances.
That's not a bad idea. Right. I've heard tell in the ether that there's quite a few videos that have been saved just for purposes like that, should it be necessary.
Yeah, because somebody in the chat room, I ain't gonna say who, because I don't know if y'all look in the chat room. He said he saved a bulk of them, because he saw this coming. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing, because eventually when his family stops grieving, they're going to want that.
Yeah. Even
Mhm.
just to be able to hear his voice and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if he can't answer, it still helps us through the process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I would hope that he is at peace and he's gotten his answer about Tarzan and Jesus and all that good stuff. You know, I'm trying to end it on a light note, but
Aw.
you know, I don't feel bad in essence because he's out of pain, he's out of agony, he's out of the dehumanization of being a patient instead of being a
Mm-hmm.
person, because
Yeah.
that's a very real thing. But I look forward to it. I look forward to the collab, Big J. Pure, thank you.
Thank
Linwood, thank
you.
you. Soup, thank you. Everybody that stopped in, thank you. We're far from done with this chapter yet, and there's going to be more to come.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, yeah. But thank y'all for coming by. I'm in this live stream, and
All right, Big J.
yeah. So yeah, it's getting late anyway. So y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all next time.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Bye bye, y'all. Bye bye, y'all.